Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm your host Gival Teletswalo. In this video or tutorial we'll be doing nested frames. So for nested frames, let's start with the HTML document that you know. We start with doc type, then we have HTML here, then we have head. Above head tag we have HTML, then we're going to need, we'll be using two tags, so I can go ahead and copy this line. I'll paste it at the end. Even the head section I can copy here, then I'll paste it below, then I'll put / so that it can be end tag. Then now let's create a frame. We'll be doing nested frames. For nested frame it will be frame inside another frames. I'm just commenting this code, it won't appear anywhere in the code. Let's save this file first before we go any further. We can just call it nested frames. .html or full stop HTML. Yeah, then now we can start with the outer frame, which is the frame set. Then let's say our outer frame we want to create columns. Let's say we're creating we're going to let's just create 2 columns for now. Then we close. If you remember, frame set has end tag, so we're going to go ahead and close it here. Then here we can create our first column. We're going to use frame src, then it will be the name of the file. So we can close the frame set here, in the frame. Then here it will be the name of the first column. Okay, let's just say first column .html. That's how we're going to save our file. Then on the second column, which will be the star, we're going to have another frame inside. Let's use frame set. Then inside that frame we'll be having rows, so let's create 2 let me use different number here. Let's create 2 rows for now. Then when you are done, you close frame set, because frame set is 2 tags, so it needs opening tag and end tag. So inside this frame set we have to have this data, the data which is going to take 20% and the data which will take star, which is the remaining. So we're going to have 2 frame src, and we need another yeah, we're done now. We can enter HTML files. This one I'll just call it inner frame 1.html. Then the other one I'll call it inner frame 2. Then I'll go ahead and paste here inner frame 2. Then if you can check, we have 3 HTML files. We can go ahead and check the results before we create first column and create inner frame 1 and create inner frame 2, because they are not yet there. So I'm gonna go ahead and run with Google Chrome while we're still waiting for it to okay, it's open. Let's see. You see we have 2 columns. This will be the first column, then the second column if we ignore this row, or if we ignore this rows, it will be 2 columns. Then inside the column 2 we have 2 rows, which is row 1 and row 2, if you can check here. So now we have to create data inside here and data here and also data here. Okay, let's create the first column. This one will be the inner frame 1, then the inner frame 2. Then let's create the first column here. The name will be the first column, so the name has to be the same as the one that we wrote inside the frame set. First column is also case sensitive, you have to use the same name. So here we use inner frame 1, so this name will be inner frame 1. And let me just paste, see, inner frame 1.html is the second frame that we have. Then this one will also have to save it, but instead of 1 is 2, because I don't want them to share the same name. We can go ahead and reload this. We see now we have frame, but it's empty, it doesn't have any data inside. So for the first column, you can go ahead and add data, starting with doctype HTML. Then we have HTML tag, height, we have body, we have HTML at end. Here we have under body for ending the tag of body. We have another tag for ending height tag. Then I can go ahead and make sure that stay on every HTML document is only the data inside which will be different, and I'll go ahead and save all. And then all the pages are saved. Okay, now let's focus on the first column. Here we can just add the simple paragraph which just said first column, then I'll go ahead and close. Then this one will be, can create another paragraph which is on inner frame. So you just going to call it this one, paragraph inner frame 1. Then I'll go ahead and create this one in B. Paragraph, we use P. Then I'll just write inner frame 2. We can put 2 as a number. Then we can go ahead and save all. Then you will run using run button. You see, on the first column we have date, paragraph, which is the first column. On the inner frame 1 we have inner frame 1. Then on the last inner frame we have frame 2. So the reason we're using frame is because we want to display all these pages at once using one HTML document. So but firstly you have to create them individually, then going to display them this way. Okay, let's assume now let's make it different. Let's say on top you have a row, then inside you have 2 columns. It will be like let's create a new frame set. So it will be the outer frame. This one will be creating top frame. So the frame on the top, let's just make it to be 39%, comma star, which will be the remaining number. Then on the first row I'm going to have frame src, then the name of your file. Let's just call it top frame .html. Then I'll go ahead and save. Then we need another frame set so that the frame can be inside. We need another frame set. Inside this, just you add columns. So columns, we use calls. I just use the inner column. Let's just make it 19%, comma star. Then now let's create 2 columns. For on those 2 columns we'll be using frame src. Again frame src. Then here will be then here we'll go ahead and put the equal sign triples. Okay, let's call it inner column HTML inner column 1. Then you put .html. Then we'll go ahead and create those names. The first one is top frame. Then we have inner column 1, inner column 2. Okay, we need 3 files. So the first file is the name that you use is inner frame. No, top frame in lowercase or small letters. Then the other one, let's check the name, or it's inner column. Then this one we say it is inner column. Then when I'm done, we click save. Let's check. Then inner column 2, that will be the last one. Then the number here is 2 instead of 1. Then go ahead and put .html. So we managed to create our top frame. So on the first row, this will be the data. Then on row 2, which is star, the data will be inner column 1.html, which will take 19%, and another column will take star, which is the inner column 2. Let's run and check the results. You see, now we have 3 pages, which is page 1, page 2, and page 3. So it's divided into 2 rows, which is the outer frame. Then inside the row 2, row 1, we just have 1 data. Then on row 2, we have 2 columns. That's how we create 3 page frames or nested frames in HTML. So this one we can go ahead and add the data inside, just like we did with the other nested, but we're going to change the data inside here. So here will be body. We're going to add body tag. Then for simplicity, let's just create a paragraph. Then we're going to go ahead and call it top frame. Then you end it with own check, which is paragraph. Then I'll go ahead and copy this file. Then I'll save it on second one. Then I'll paste it on. Then I'll change the paragraph to inner column 1. On, I can just define on row 2. Then this one I'll go ahead and call it inner column 2 and row 2. Then let me go ahead and save all the files. Let's run and see there is no results. You see, now we have top frame, which is here we have row and row 2. Then inside we have inner column 1 and inner column 2 on row 2. Both of them they're on row 2. This is row 1, this is row 2. Hey, that's how we create a simple nested frames in HTML. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. We'll meet in the next tutorial.